Good morning, and Lead Bullets for Life here. Thanks for joining me today. Guys, I have something I need to share with you guys. It's /rant/ my new 38 Colt project. So let's start with the rant. The other day I posted my 375/83 lineman mold, and as you guys saw in the video, there was no pouring of lead. All you saw me do was break open the sprue, show you the bullet, and that was it. No lead was being poured. No dialogue as far as like how to make bullets was indicated. Immediately, without due process, they took my video off and they gave me a strike. So I went on there and appealed. But anyways, I'm going to show you what they wrote. Okay, Hi Lead Bullets for Life. We reviewed your content, and unfortunately, we think it violates our firearms policy. We removed the following content from your YouTube video, and they talk about this. Now, here's the thing: we think, not know. Anyways, we know that this might be disappointing, but important, yada yada yada. I know how the whole thing goes, right? Basically, they enjoyed doing this. They really did. And I appealed. And then when I appealed, I wrote in the comments about how I was not given any due process. Basically, they removed my video without any evidence of violation of YouTube policies. And I was really upset about this because, you know, it's, again, this is another attack on the gun owners of America, okay? A violation of the Second Amendment and the freedom of speech. And they've become so demonic, it's not even funny no more. You know, it's gotten to a point where I can see why people hate YouTube so much, and they have so many enemies. Anyways, let's go to the next. So anyways, after doing the comment, here's what they said. Hi, Lead Bullets for Life. We have reviewed your appeal for the following, and talk about the video. After taking another look, we confirm that your content does not violate our community guidelines. Thank you for your patience. We reviewed this appeal. Our goal is to make sure content doesn't violate our community guidelines so that YouTube can be a safe place for all. And sometimes we make mistakes trying to get it right. We're sorry for the frustration our mistake has caused you. We appreciate you letting us know. Now, we've reinstated your content. If your appeal was for a warning, you'll be allowed another strike in the future. If your appeal was for a strike, we've removed the strike against your channel. And so that's what they did. They removed the strike from my channel. But what got me was it kind of re-affiliated my faith in people when they said, you know, that sometimes we make mistakes trying to get it right. Sorry for the frustration and our mistake it's caused you. It made me realize that somebody in the YouTube community actually did care. And it almost seemed like maybe some intern had did this, you know, or some, you know, left-wing nut had did this. Before they even read the guidelines, they just said, oh, a bullet, let's just get rid of it. And that's what they did. So basically I appealed, and this is what they gave me, and I am so glad that YouTube was kind enough and man enough to admit their fault, that I did nothing wrong, and I was just, you know, an honest publisher, just trying to, you know, spread my self out there to the public and what I do. But guys, let me tell you something, man. It was it was frustrating at first, you know, and of course, you know, another strike on me. You know, I did everything right. I even re-edited the video, you know, I had poured some lead into the mold, not mold, the ingot mold, you know, to store it. And I figured, well, maybe I'll get rid of that, and that'll be done with it. So I did that, and I republished it. And then, sure enough, that's when I got that strike, and I got that, you know, we removed your content, your video. It violates our, you know, YouTube policies. And man, I tell you what, I was up in arms. And I wrote that letter. And basically what I told that letter was that in America, we have something called due process. And that we judge things fairly here. Okay, I believe that this was not, I was judged unfairly. And there was no due process on my part. And you guys had no evidence supporting your statement that I violated anything. Once they saw that, they realized that, hey, they made a mistake, okay? And they admitted it. And I'm glad they did, because, you know, it restored my faith in them a little bit, you know, not 100%, but I do believe that they use their own opinion versus their guidelines. They don't go by the guidelines. The guideline is just a guideline for legal purposes, but as far as knowing what they're supposed to, you know, strike and not strike, I don't think they have a clue on what they're supposed to be doing. They just saw a bullet, and they immediately assumed that, you know, I was making a nuclear bomb of some sort. But it just shows that it's just kind of a no-win, and you got to be fighting all the time. And this is constantly what you're doing. You're fighting and fighting. This is stay above water, you know. And all you're trying to do is put out, you know, an entertaining video that people like, and making money for YouTube as well as myself, you know, with the AdSense. But guys, let's get back to the task in hand, and we're going to go in the garage right now. We're going to talk a little bit about what I've been doing as far as the 30-day long coat project. Alright, so we're in the garage right now, and I started working on trimming the 38 special shells, and they are now 38 colt shells now, by just trimming down about 4/100ths of an inch. And of course I got our bullets over here ready. Now with the 38 Colt long, I'm using actually a Colt 38 Colt New Police and Smith & Wesson dies. Now what it comes with, these dies are actually mixed matched to make the long Colt and the short Colt. Let me demonstrate for you. Now here's the die with the resizer. Now basically what this is, it's a 38 super die. A 38 super die. And then here I have a Smith & Wesson, let me see if I got my... This one here is a 38 Smith & Wesson. It's a cedar die. And then of course I have my expander ball die, and this one here is actually a boy, it's also a 38 Smith & Wesson. Now for crimping, what you can use is you can use actually a seating die for a 9mm, and that will work too. But I also have a 9mm crimping die, and that's going to work for the 38 long colt. So, all right. So what we got over here, on this side here, this is a case trimmer, and this case trimmer actually is designed for a 10mm. So it's 10mm to a 40 Smith & Wesson, but it also works for the 30 long colt. And you're just trimming the die. A little bit of elbow grease. And then you measure it out. So basically what I'm looking for is the actual diameter, or the length for the 38 long colt is supposed to be 1067. and no lower than 1057. But what I did was I lowered it down to 0.10, and it made it a lot easier. Now, guys, excuse me for the background noise. Today is landscaping day, and the landscapers are out in my yard taking care of my lawn and garden needs. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue on. So it's not a whole lot of effort to trim the cases in 38. So what I did also too was you take your 38 special cases and you do not size them in a 38 special sizer die. You size them up in the 38 super die. And the reason why is because you want the diameter of the shell to be a little bit more fatter. And that's where the 38 super sizing die comes in. It decapped it and also puts the right the circumference on the shell itself. You take your file, of course, kind of take all the burrs out of it, and you just keep trimming until you get the desired depth. So if you look, it's 1-0 on the nose. So that's what we want. So from here, alright, so I got a few more shells to go until I got a complete set of 100. And then from there we'll start loading up with half be smokeless, and the other half's going to be 8.777. And we'll be using the 149 grain 375 bullet. And I'll be doing some online checking on conversion cylinders for the 1861. I'm looking at something on Midway right now for $239. It's a Howell conversion. It's not the Curse conversion that I wanted, but the Howells will work just the same. And only difference is with the Curse, you know, you got to cut out the ejection port, you know, with the Dremel. And I feel like maybe just the Howell itself would be only necessary. You know, the only difference is you got to take the barrel out and the wedge out every time you reload the cylinder. So I don't think it's going to be a big issue. So I might just go with that one instead. And then if I get an 1851, I'll go ahead and get the Curse for that one. So, but anyways, guys, thank you for being patient with me today. Vegetables for Life. I just got off work, by the way. I haven't went to sleep yet, but I just got finished eating breakfast. I thought I'd get this video out to you as quick as possible, and hopefully I don't get dinged on this one here. Anyways, we'll see you next time at the range, at the reloading bench, or in the kitchen. Vegetables for Life here, signing off. Have a good day. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.